Welcome to Horror Year, where every story is a journey into the unknown. If you're brave enough to face your darkest fears and uncover the most chilling tales, you've come to the right place. So, dim the lights, turn up the volume, and subscribe to Horror Year. Your journey into terror begins now. Mirrors are typically thought of as reflections of who we are, but what if they were actually reflecting something much darker? This horror story delves into the terror that befalls those who dare peer into the depths of a haunted mirror. In the center of a little town, there is an antique shop where our narrative starts. A young couple were perusing the aisles when they noticed one thing in particular among the many odd and unique items in the store. It was a very elaborate mirror, with elaborate motifs carved into the glass in a thick gold frame. The couple chose to buy it for their house after being captivated by its beauty right away. They sensed a problem as soon as they removed the mirror from the store. They hung it up in their bedroom, though, and ignored their discomfort. The couple was awakened from their sleep that night by an odd noise emanating from the mirror's direction. They initially believed the sounds to be their imagination, but it remained. It was like a whisper, too loud to ignore, but too quiet to hear the words clearly. Sitting upright in bed, the pair gazed into the mirror, attempting to decipher the situation. Abruptly, a person materialized in the mirror. It was a pale-skinned woman with long, dark hair. She turned to face the couple, venom and malice in her eyes. Terrified by what they had witnessed, the pair yelled and fled the room. The mirror became the focal point of odd and horrifying happenings after that evening. The woman in the mirror would frequently be standing at the foot of the couple's bed, observing them when they would wake up in the middle of the night. Strange shadows would fly across the walls and objects in the room would move on their own. Even when they were alone in the house, the couple started to feel as though they were always being watched. The haunting got worse despite their best efforts to ignore it. The hateful eyes of the woman in the mirror seemed to be becoming stronger as she followed them around. The couple, desperate for assistance, went to a paranormal investigator. As soon as he set foot in their house, he felt the evil energy emanating from the mirror. He carried out a ceremony to drive out the ghost, but it seemed to infuriate her even more. The couple started to worry for their lives as the haunting became increasingly acute. The mirror was too heavy for them to move when they attempted to take it out of their house. They had no way out of the horror that had taken over their life, and they felt stuck. The woman from the mirror was standing at the foot of the couple's bed again when they woke up one night. She had a knife, though, this time. The door was locked from the outside when they attempted to flee. With nowhere to run and the woman's fury upon them, they were trapped. The pair understood they had to face the spirit head-on as she walked toward them brandishing a knife. With the hope that their bravery would be sufficient to permanently expel the woman, they faced her and stood their ground. The couple defeated the spirit in a decisive battle and drove her out of their house. However, the terrifying experience followed them for the rest of their lives, serving as a continual reminder of the horror that can arise from something as seemingly innocuous as a mirror. This terrifying tale demonstrates the influence a haunted mirror can have on its possessors. It acts as a cautionary tale for anyone who stumbles into an old mirror or anything else that might be associated with bad energy or a troubled past. Even if it could be alluring to take home something exquisite or unusual from an antique store, it's crucial to understand the possible hazards. Examine the item's past before bringing it home if it has a supernatural link. In the event that you come into contact with a haunted object, you should definitely get professional assistance. It can be risky and even worse if you try to manage the matter alone. The couple in our narrative ultimately had a fortunate escape from their experience with the haunted mirror, but the event affected them irrevocably, and the horror they encountered haunts them to this day. Therefore, consider carefully before bringing home any antique mirror or other item with a dubious past the next time you come across it. You can never be certain of the horrors that could be hiding beneath the surface. And that brings us to the end of today's delightful story. I really hope it had you on the edge of your seat. If you liked this story, I'd really appreciate it if you could hit that like button. It means a lot to me. And if you're new around here, feel free to subscribe. There's always an exciting surprise waiting just around the corner and you won't want to miss it. Do you have a spooky story to share or a fun idea for our next tale? Feel free to share in the comments below. I'm really curious to know what gives you the creeps the most. And as always, take care, keep exploring. And remember, sometimes the most chilling tales are the ones left untold. Catch you in the next one, if you're up for it.